Can you buy a business or franchise with no money down and no collateral? Absolutely, yes, you can. Now, is it a good idea? Maybe, maybe not. Now, we're going to look at the reality of no money down business financing and the types of businesses that you can actually buy today on Franchise City. There are several gurus selling online courses right here on YouTube showing you how to acquire businesses with no money down. Now, in most cases, these are scenarios where the owner is holding some or all of the financing, which is generally not as easy to find as you might think, especially in a bull market like we have today. And the sellers often want to take more than you might want to give. We did a video on that exact subject a while back, and I'll post that link at the end of the video. But today we're speaking about funding a business or franchise through traditional institutions, not owner financing. How much can you get, and what type of businesses and franchises are available? Let's take a look. So your first option is an unsecured term loan. Funding amounts range between about $10,000 up to a top of about $300,000, maybe more in some cases, depending on what your profile looks like. Unsecured term loans, these are based on your verified income. So you don't need to put up any collateral at all. You just demonstrate that you've got some income coming in. It's very fast, takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get your money. The second option is an unsecured line of credit. $25,000 to $150,000 on average. You'll need about a 690 credit score, minimal recent credit inquiries on your profile, and a credit utilization below 50%. If you don't know what that is, feel free to give us a call. Now, there's a lot more funding options beyond these no money down. If you've got money to put down, including 401k rollovers, SBA loans, a lot more. So if you're looking for a franchise and getting financing, contact us for details. I'll put that link at the end of the video. Now, if you have no money at all, the chances are high that you probably don't have a lot of business experience. So buying a franchise as opposed to just a business can provide you the training and support that you need to be successful. It's a lot different than just buying a business where you're kind of left on your own to sink or swim. So what types of franchises could you buy with a no money down loan? So your food franchises, McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, almost all of these require much more money down and more liquidity, generally over $1 million, so they're not going to work for you here. Now, there are some smaller food options that are carts or kiosks or even small footprint food franchises. You can get these starting at around the $100,000 range, but unless you're tied to food for some reason or you have a real need in your specific area, there are more profitable options. So one of those options are service type of business. We've spoke about these on the channel before. We love service type businesses. These are cleaning, flooring, handyman, plumbing, electrical, painting, all these types of business. Now, the reason we like them, they have low overhead, low startup costs, strong growth. They can be very profitable, very scalable, and some of these brands average over $1 million a year or more. We've seen some of these service-based businesses reaching $10 million in certain situations. They can make as much or more as some of those fast food restaurants with a much smaller investment. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but you're not doing the work. You're not cleaning, you're not painting, you're hiring and running the business in an executive capacity. So you don't need any industry experience. They're not looking for cleaners. They're not looking for plumbers. They're looking for people who have some business experience or management type experience. So your investment all in, including your working capital and your franchise fees, range from at the low end about $50,000 up to around $200,000 depending on the business. Another type of industry is staffing. So if you have B2B sales experience, staffing can be a great business for you. Investments about $150,000 to $170,000 all in. An average office in one system does over $6 million a year. That's an average office. Many offices are doing more than that. Now, you will need sales and executive experience to qualify for this type of business. A terrible business if you are an introvert. Now, if you are an introvert, a type of business that can do well is vending. also available with no money down loans. These are basically passive businesses. You spend a few hours every single week restocking your vending machines. It's also a scalable business where you can build a true empire of machines within your territory, and some franchise companies will actually help you to place these machines, which arguably is the most difficult part of the vending business. Now, there's also unique options like Bitcoin ATMs or grocery store water filtration units. You may have seen those. Some of those are actually franchised models. These are available with the no money down loans. Now, your investment really depends on how many machines you're starting out with. Low end about $40,000, well into over $1 million. Next up, salons and beauty shops. And this is going to be at the higher end of the investment range, between $220,000 to $300,000 or so. It's going to be more in expensive cities. But again, a salon is a semi-passive business. You can keep your job, spend about 10 to 15 hours a week just checking in on your location. And some of these concepts have EBITDAs over $100,000 a year. So they can be quite profitable and a great alternative just in case the markets are going to drop. Not a great idea. A lot of people will tell you to keep all your money in the markets. So some of these, you've got to be careful because they have low earnings. Just watch out. Some are very high, some are very low. Do your due diligence or just call Franchise City. We can help you research all of your options. Next up is medical billing or consulting type of businesses. This is a great industry. You work from home or anywhere in the world. Most of your business can be conducted over the phone. Low investment, it's about $25,000. In some cases, they let you keep your existing job and start part-time and quit your job when that business reaches profitability. Now, you should have sales experience as you're going to be speaking with people a lot of the time, actually most of the time, and these businesses can also be quite profitable as well, and your overhead costs are virtually zero. Those are just a few of the businesses you can consider. We have some in IT, we have other businesses in automotive. There really are a ton. We're not going to dig in any great detail. Again, feel free to call Franchise City if this is something you're considering. But what are the risks to get these no money down loans? Well, if you're not good at running that business, you're not going to do well and either have to sell that business for a loss or just walk away from all your money. And we see a lot of inexperienced buyers purchasing these struggling businesses, not really knowing how to research them, and they ultimately end up selling at a loss just a few months later. Also, if you can't reach profitability fast enough, you can run out of money. And this is a particular concern when you're getting a loan and putting it all towards the cost of the business. Now, the best way to avoid that is to A, spend as little money as possible, always leaving a good amount of padding in your bank account, as much as you possibly can, not spending all your money on the business, and B, making sure the franchise or business that you buy is one that you're going to be very good at operating. In most cases, if you've got those two bases covered, you're going to do well, you're going to be successful. How much money do franchises make? I'm going to put that link above. Our franchise broker services and how we can help you find a franchise. That link is down below. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.